Welcome back to another Telltale Books video. I'm Greg, and I'm going to be continuing my H.G. Wells series in this one with the next story in his complete bibliography in order of publication. To the best of my knowledge, it's his 14th work, and this time it's not an essay, it's an actual work of fiction titled The Man with a Nose. It's just a short story. It was published on February 6th, 1894 in the Pall Mall Gazette, which is like a magazine newspaper that Wells would publish a lot of his fiction in. So what is The Man with a Nose about? It's about this guy who hates his nose. He thinks it looks really, really ugly. It's red, it's misshapen, and he spends the story telling this other guy of how much he hates his nose and how he wished it looked better. The story's short. It's a very good portrait of this character. Really brings out the character and the tragedy of his feelings about his looks. And other people do agree that his nose is very odd, and they do make fun of it and point it out, and that causes him a lot of distress. I don't consider this a top tale, but it is a very good story. It's not really science fiction or fantasy. It's more like literary fiction. And what I love about this story, what I think is really interesting about The Man with a Nose, is how it points out the plight of people who are different, who are not ordinary, who do not fit in with the rest of everybody, and usually for reasons which they don't have any control over, and how our society can be really nasty to those people, can be really damaging to those people, make fun of them, cheat them out of things, deny them opportunities just because they have some feature that doesn't fit into the norm. Or maybe there's something about their behavior or something about their personality that just doesn't make them popular. And for that reason, people think that they have a right to crap on these people. It's a problem that has been in our society. It's a problem that I personally have known, and I wish it could be eradicated. I really wish people could grow up and see that everyone has their place. Everyone has their unique value. Even if they are someone who is not as intelligent as the average or not as pretty as the average, they still have something to offer. And we should try to figure that out and focus on that instead of focusing on the things that we think are negative or funny or odd and then putting those people down for it. But it seems like human beings have an easier time putting people down than they have of treating people decently. And I think that's what H.G. Wells is getting at here, kind of between the lines, is that this guy has been treated like crap, all because of his nose, which he can't do anything about. And it's horrible that this guy has to feel this way. He shouldn't have to feel this way. He should be able to feel good about himself. He should be able to be a part of things. But he can't because of his nose. So that is number 14, H.G. Wells. Yeah, number 14. For number 15, we're going back to an essay from the early writings of H.G. Wells. Man with a Nose, by the way, can be found in quite a lot of different collections. I have a complete short stories of H.G. Wells. It's in there. Pretty sure you can find it for free online. It was published in one of his earliest short story collections and has been reprinted a number of times since then. So there's a lot of different sources where you can find this story. Okay, so For number 15, I'm going back to another essay from the early writings of H.G. Wells. It's called Life in the Abyss, and somebody who knows Wells's science fiction short stories will right away see that this is relevant to a couple of the short stories that Wells wrote. Have you read The Man with the Nose? Do you have anything you can tell us about it? Any kind of opinions or information about the story that you could share with us? Please put them in the comments. In addition, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That'll help us out. And come on back for Life in the Abyss and all the other H.G. Wells and other authors that I'm reviewing in these series.